Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my tips and tricks videos. So at the moment we are currently having a Steam sale, as you can see here from my Steam background. The autumn sale is currently on and that is great. Now we get one of these, 4 times a year, and this is when most of us buy our game. But one thing I have noticed over the last couple of years is that when Steam has a sale, everybody has a sale, and you can get much better bargains on other sites than you would from Steam. And also, something that's quite good is that you will get Steam keys from these other sites. So I will show you how I sort of plan around and how I go about basically buying games nowadays. So as we can see, get into it and I will show you. Look, we've got Steam. It's showing us some like great games with, you know, pretty hefty discounts. Pretty good. But can we get better deals? Let's find out. So anyway, that's the Steam page. So this is what I tend to do first of all. Now, actually, preparation-wise, this is what I'm doing at several periods throughout the year. I've got a link to this site, which is when is the next Steam sale. These guys kind of calculate when they think the next Steam sale is going to be, because Steam never announce it. You know it's 4 times a year, but they never actually tell you the date until it actually kind of happens. So these guys are an invaluable kind of resource when you're just trying to work out, you know, when's it going to be. And usually they're kind of spot on. So that's one site you should have. The second site is this, which is the Steam database. Now this is a little kind of Chrome app that I have, and I've got it, you can see it over here. Here it lives over here. Okay. What I use this to do is basically get a shorthand of all of the Steam games I might be interested in buying. In fact, I do it from here, Steam Calculator. Now, this isn't the only thing this site does, but it's pretty decent. I mean, as you can see here, they have these color codes which show you kind of the best deal in the sale at the moment and the best ever deal that there's been. So, here we go. What have we got? Look, Resident Evil at the moment, that's the game I'm kind of interested in. That is kind of the best price has ever been. Look, new highest discount. Okay. And at the moment, in the UK, it's £14.84. You can change this to whatever your currency may be. Apart from that, this site is pretty good because it tells you a whole bunch of different things. You can sort of see which are the top rated games. You can see the prices for, well, global prices on Steam. There's just a ton of information here. But as a rule, I use it here as a kind of, as a shorthand, because you can see how good this is. I mean, this is kind of really straightforward, giving you a whole list of games instead of just using Steam itself, which is a little bit, you know, it's awkward as you're kind of going around looking for stuff. Okay, that's just, personally, I find it just to be a better, more economical way of searching for stuff that I'm interested in. Okay, so that's another website that I use, as I say. Well, actually, an app that I use, SteamDB Info. Okay, and you can get that from Chrome. Right, so what is the next website I do? Well, this is the first time we're going to be leaving Steam, really, or anything to do with Steam, and there's this, which is called isthereanydeal.com. Okay, this is my favourite website for when I'm searching for games, because this will basically scour the internet and come back and tell you what are the best deals out there. It will tell you what's a good deal, what's being reduced, what are bundles. It will tell you about free games. So I love this site. Now, normally I'll come here. This will be my first stop. The little sort of envelope with the news. It'll tell you who's doing what and where. Okay, so that's usually my first port of call. But because there's a Steam sale, I'm interested in Resident Evil. I would type it. Oh well, normally I would just type it here, but you can see it's right here at the moment. But this is kind of how it would work. You're looking for a game, just type in the name. Actually, I should be able to come up with Resident Evil 2. There you go. I'm interested in the standard edition. It brings you info on the deluxe. Now, it's going to show me that there are 8 sites selling this game at the moment, and this is the cheapest one. So this is a historically new lowest price. Okay, so I'm going to just click on this. Okay, and here it gives me a breakdown of all the stores that are selling it, and you can just do a comparison. Now you see here is Steam. They're selling it for £48.4. A good price, but Green Man have got a better price. Now, I tend to use like the same 4 or 5 sites because basically they're legit. I don't use key resellers, like, you know, I don't want to mention any names, but we know there are some that basically don't pass on the cut to the actual designers and makers of games. So I tend to stick with kind of the very legit peeps, which are people like Green Man, Steam, obviously, Fanatical, and Humble Bundle Store. They're the ones I tend to use more often than not. Okay, but as you can see at the moment, Green Man for me personally the best one. Now, I don't want to disparage the legitimacy of any of the other sites, but I've never really used them, so that's something for you to decide on how you want to handle that. But me, I've got my preferred vendors, let's say, so I stick to those. Now, one other thing that I just wanted to show you is here also. This will tell you about codes. So this is why I love this site so much. So not only is it telling you where you can save money, but it also says there's a voucher. So if you were to buy a game from Fanatical, okay, it's not a great deal at the moment, but it's just an example. Okay, Fanatical have got 10% off with this code. Green Man usually do some really great kind of discount codes. So you will get a code which gets you money off a game that's already on sale. I've done that plenty of times, and they also give you some info on reviews. It's not so, I don't really use it by then. If I'm buying a game, I know I want it. I don't really care about the reviews here. But there you go. This is like a sort of one-stop shop to find who's got the best deals out there for the games that you want. So really great site. Can't recommend it highly enough. And one other thing, obviously, let me just cut this out. I've got UK prices, okay, on at the moment, but obviously you've got Australia, I think that's Brazilian, you've got US dollars, so you can change it, to your own sort of localization. So there you go, there's that. Now, finally, what I wanted to mention is some of the sites that I actually use. So here we go, just to show you these guys. As you can see, Fanatical, they've got their own Black Friday deal, and there's the code that we mentioned. They haven't got the best deals at the moment. They've got some pretty decent ones, but not the best, okay? Green Man at the moment, as we can see, Black Friday deal, no codes at the moment, but, 1188, brilliant stuff. Okay, then there's Humble. Humble's like my personal favourite, and I do have an affiliation with Humble. Basically because, here we go, I'll just show you quickly, there's the sale. I like Humble because they take part of the money that people spend on the games and they give a donation to charity, and that's what I really like. So it gives you that warm fuzzy feeling. So if you've not really done anything good this year, at least some of your money is going to a good cause, and I really like that aspect of the Humble store. And I will always try to buy stuff here if I can, because you're doing, not only are you playing games, but you're doing a bit of good as well, which is nice. I also like the fact that with Humble, you buy a game, they give you a discount, but you also get some credits which go into your account. So the next time you come in and buy a game, you also get some extra money off. So it's pretty nice deal all around. It looks like they're doing Electronic Arts sales as well. So there's some good prices. Not always the best, but well, that's $13.49. But you do find some bargains, and that's why I tend to go to the same sort of stores. I just sort of jump around, but Humble is my first stop. And then finally, there's the Epic's Game Store. Actually, what I was going to say about this is Humble do give you free games every so often, about once a month. It kind of works out to be, they'll give you something. Not always the top of the range, but I've got quite a few decent little games from these guys, so that's a little nice sort of kind of way to give back to the community as well. So love that. Now, Epic Games, I've heard a lot of nonsense from people over the past year about Epic's kind of aggressive policies, but you know what? They do some good bargains, they do sales, and at the moment they're also giving away games every week. So just to show you, at the moment, look, we've got Bad North, which is a little strategy game I'd wanted to try out, didn't have to pay any money because they've given it away free. So it's worth having accounts with some of the main sort of players in digital distribution, because it works out for you. It's a way to save money and get the games you want to play. So basically, that is kind of it for today. I hope this kind of helped you out, especially, consider using the Steam sales countdown. This is something you should always have in the background. Always be using the Steam DB info, because everything's presented quite nicely, and there's just, as I say, there is tons of information here. It's just way a little bit too much there, but I'm a bit of a stats nerd, so I like it. And then of course there's is there any deal. Now what I'll do for you guys is I'll put all the links to the sites that I use for when I'm trying to find the best price for a game. I'll put them all down below in the kind of comments doohickey, and I hope you found it all useful. So until next time, my friends, this is HipCelt signing off. Please think about liking and subscribing, and I will see you next time.